Awesome.
All right. Nice shirt, bro. I like that. Mr.
Yeah,
DLW.
my new big Snoople Deal dub, man.
It's been a hot minute since I've listened to his music, but I like it.
Yeah, Snoop's one of those guys, man, that he's just an OG.
Yeah? What can I say?
Actually, I've only wore this shirt maybe one time before.
Right on, man.
So I invited some people, so I guess we'll kind of wait and see what's going on here.
All right. What do you got this morning?
Well, I was drinking Spirit of 76 coffee, but then I switched to soda pop here. I'll probably have more.
I can't do that.
No?
I can't do that, man. Once I start on my coffee routine in the morning, morning Angel.
What's up?
Once I started my coffee in the morning, I can't be like, okay, I had a cup of coffee. Now let's switch to soda. No.
Well, for me, it's like I can have.
I'm like, huh.
My tongue starts to feel like sandpaper when I. That's a badass cup, though. I like that.
Oh, thanks, dude. This is
Black
actually probably one of the largest like coffee mugs as far as a beard company has gone so far. Usually, beard companies they have like the really smaller ones. It's really lightweight. They're made from like aluminum or some sort of like not like ceramic. You know what I mean? That's a giant thermos you got there, bro. I would definitely be putting coffee in that shit.
I can't drink coffee through a straw unless it's so.
If I could put coffee in one of those like large like Gatorade bottle looking things that like sporting events could have, I would totally fill that up with coffee.
It would probably melt the cup though.
Let me just have my moment there of like that's what I would do. I have a crock pot recipe if you guys want it. I'm listening.
Yeah, I mean, what is it?
Make me hungry then. I don't know.
I'm gonna share the live real quick. Hold on.
Like a floating head. As we got 3 people in here, I don't see anybody else just yet. Marky Mark, Tara.
What's up, Tara? What's up, Mark?
What is up? What is up?
Anything in beard yet? What's up, Lee?
Yeah, actually. Are you having some issues over there, bro? Like you're frozen on my end, and this time I swear to God I have internet.
Am I frozen, guys? I mean, I was popped out for a minute to share, but
are we having some technical difficulties?
I don't know.
Internet.
No, nothing on my end. Okay. It may have been. What's up, Brewer?
There we go.
I don't know. Maybe
I haven't seen him pop up yet. I see Lee's here.
Yep.
Brewer!
I don't know.
No
I popped out.
Oh, seems good. All good here. Weird. I don't know, bro. No worries.
So what do you got in beard, Kyle? What's up, metal guy?
Coffee beard.
Coffee beard.
True North.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Bro, this stuff is awesome. I absolutely love this one. And I did what Tara asked me to do. I actually took this. We were a little glitchy. Oh, no worries. I took the oil, right? And then I put in the caramel butter, and then I mix mash that one like the next day, and I use the caramel and coffee oil, and then I put this one in afterwards. Oh my god, dude, the smell of it, oh, so good. What about you? What are you rocking?
I have the Bazooka Joe oil and balm in from EDC.
Nice, dude.
I actually had my mother-in-law smell it. I didn't tell her what it was. I said, you want to go in a time machine? She goes, all right. I open up the container and she goes, it smells like bubble gum. And she goes, is that what you were telling me about? I said, yes, it's the Bazooka gum. Yeah, I'll tell you,
Yeah, Steven.
Bazooka Joe is
Yeah.
so good.
It's all good, Hunter. You're good, man. No worries. I just appreciate everyone being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's the first week of Balm going, Chris?
Yeah. Honestly, I want to put out a video so bad on like
Mhm.
the results of the balm, but I'm going to, do the whole month and then I'll obviously put out a video on my thoughts where I'm going to go from
Okay.
here and stuff. But honestly, at first, you know, I was open-minded. Like I wasn't really sure like, how it was going to go because I've kind of dog bombed so much
I
that
mean,
like
usually we're all not really like, right there with Balm. It's not something that we typically gravitate towards as far as the product that we really go after.
right. But I'm pleasantly surprised in a lot of different areas, to be honest. Like
Okay. Okay.
obviously, um, with me and my job, like the biggest thing for me is I need that softening, for my beard. I need something that's going to keep my face moisturized throughout the day because of all the elements and stuff like that. Really, really dries out my
Hmm. Hmm.
face. And this winter, I'm actually worried because winter is brutal in upstate New York. So it's
Oh, I'm well aware.
True North knows, Tara knows, any Northeastern knows that yeah, smash that like button forever, is in the chat, in live, joining us, hitting that helps, the live stream out a lot. Um any
Absolutely.
traffic we can bring in here. Um but yeah, I need that conditioning. I need that to be honest, like with how windy it is for me delivering, like it cannot be a windy day, but like in and out of the van and running up,
Yeah, absolutely.
my beard's blowing all over the place. Like using balm, I'm no longer getting that French fork in my beard. So like that part's great. Um,
For sure.
but like I have no dryness in my beard anymore. Like when I was trying like using butter, like for me, when I use beard butter, my beard just soaks it all up. And for doing
Hmm.
my job, it doesn't really like my face dries out, faster with using a butter or just an oil. So when I put that balm in there, it kind of like keeps the moisture, you know what I'm saying?
Oil, butter, balm as a morning routine really helps the dryness, in my opinion. Hey, man, that's awesome. I mean, I might
See,
try it just to see, but for me, again, it's not something that
JP.
I do. Yeah, I don't know.
Kara said she's looking forward to smearing beard butter on her exposed face during winter runs. I mean, I guess if that works, I'll do it.
For sure.
Um, I don't know. That just seems like too much product for me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, maybe not in like this area right here, but like my sides of like my face, the hair is a little more sparse. It's not as thick as like in the chin mustache area.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I don't know. And I got I know
Yeah,
we
for
talked
sure.
about this last week. I gotta try
What's up,
it
JP?
one.
What's up, Nick? Open that balm ears. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I will try it for sure.
Beanie. Bearded Beanie. Yeah, I'm glad you joined the live stream, man, because I have to elaborate on something real quick before we open up on these topics here. Um, so he had commented on one of my videos from True North, and I believe it was the first one that I put out. He had
Mhm,
he he had made a comment on saying True North ride or die killing the videos, brother.
mhm,
And I
mhm.
took that comment, in the wrong direction. And my response is I respectfully disagree. I ride with a lot of companies. So
Mhm.
I took that comment um the wrong way, and I apologize for that.
Hey,
I
you're owning up to it. Good for you.
so yeah, I apologize for that. But in another sense, I also wanted to like make it clear that, I don't ride with just one company. Like I respect every single beard company that's out there, whether I use the product or not.
Mhm.
I respect them all. But I just wanted to put that out there that, I'm not trying to favor one company over another. Like I think everyone has, something to offer, whether it's your labels that you're killing it, your scents, oils, but whatever it is, but specific products or whatever. So, I gotta apologize for like how I took that comment
Mhm.
and kind of explain what I meant in my response as well. But he was just ultimately trying to help me out, like driving some comment traffic to the channel. So I appreciate that as well.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, we were just talking about you're good, Chris, nothing wrong. I rock with a bunch of companies. I have my select ride or dies. We all have the products that work better for us than others. Absolutely. I mean, for me, EDC and True North, they're like my top two.
Fall
And
season is the best. I agree.
absolutely, I agree with that. What's up, Perez? EDC
I'm
and
opening
True
that oil
North,
up
I
here.
believe, are the two companies that are just killing it right
And I actually do have my beard balm right there. So I haven't used it yet, but I will break it open and I will give it the old college try.
now.
Presidente.
So
What's up? What's up?
EDC ended up messaging me and wanted to help
Mhm.
me with my 1 month beard balm, trial here,
Okay.
and let me pick out a scent, and he would send it out to me to help me out because I only have like a very, very small collection of beard balms. I had a lot bigger,
Mhm.
like first started my beard journey, but I gave them away for giveaways once I learned about beard butter and stuff. And so he was willing to help me out with that. And I was going to have your collab with them for the beard balm,
Okay.
but he said it's your choice, but you should pick something that you really, really like. And he goes,
Sure.
if you want, I'll make you a Bazooka Joe beard balm. So I
Okay.
kind of went with that, because I don't have an oil to match with the balm.
Yeah.
And I think coffee scents, trying to mix that with another scent could be very, very difficult.
By all means, man. Yeah. I just want you to be happy with it. That's all.
And I have obviously the full size Bazooka Joe beard oil. So I said, well, that would probably work since I already have the oil.
Mhm.
Big and awesome is good.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like I
Mr.
said,
Rick, welcome in.
what's up, Rick? So I appreciate that, Lee, sending me that, and I'm going to probably do a review in itself for that beard balm. But before
So,
we actually is climbing quickly up my list. I have a company that if you know me for over the years, you know they're at the top. Oh, okay. I'd like to know who that company is. Um, that's at the top for you, Bearded Beanie. Lee dropped some phenomenal fall scents. Yeah, I got some samples from him, and honestly, Drunken Apples is probably one of my favorites so far. But
Okay.
I think I've tried all the samples now for
We
so,
got
but
you got to wear your EST collab this week in bottle. I got mostly coffee, so after it warmed up and got an beer, turned into apple. Lost the coffee completely. Really interesting. See, I again, I disagree, but that's just me. Um, I smell it all day with the whole mixture. To me, it's just phenomenal.
right.
So, I
But
just wanted to quickly point out,
okay,
real quick. So, his new scent, Vendetta. Okay,
yes, advertised.
I had this in beard yesterday. I smelled it for about 6 hours. Bro, this stuff is phenomenal. Like,
What's the
seriously?
scent profile?
So we got worn leather, cedar, tobacco, which isn't usually something that I personally go after, saffron, red pepper, and cinnamon. So to me, it has a little bit of that like spiciness to it as far as like the smell to it. Like it has that like warm spiciness to it. But at the same point in time, that leather and cedar really kind of hits that like that forefront. You know what I'm saying? And so those really hit you and that really like warms up in beer that leather. Oh my god.
Yeah, I love leather. I love tobacco and cinnamon. I also love. So that would yeah.
You're
That
gonna
sounds
want to
like a
try that
good
one for sure. If any of you guys out there like leather scents, that's it.
scent.
I'm,
Fishing.
I'm
Shit.
telling you, bro. Like
Nice.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Vendetta looks awesome.
And it's one of my favorite movies. So like I was like, I have to have that. I have to. Like there's no like I want. It was I have to. If he was out here, we would hang out often. I'm also sad that it isn't toast, butter, egg scented. Oh, don't put that out there. Don't do that because now I'm hungry. Now I want that. Like you
Yeah,
can't put that out into the universe.
Weatherbeard is that
Mm-mm.
company I work hard with companies where I build a connection with the owners. True North is when it comes to owners, so good. Yeah, Corey's very. I mean, granted, he's been doing some stuff, kind of steered away from live streams a little bit, but you need that time off. But he definitely, I can't do cinnamon. Wow, I can't talk unless it's.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Should we hit the first topic, Kyle?
Let's do it.
All right, so
I got to
these
eat some coffee.
were kind of at random here. I thought I was trying to think outside the box this week.
Sure.
I thought we'd share something from our youth. It could be something dumb, could be something that really, whatever. But a youth story of when we were younger.
What are we talking teenage years or are we talking like child years, like
You
elementary
choose.
years?
You choose. Before you were 18, let's go that route.
Uh, let's just say that when I was a teenager, I thought it would be not a fun idea per se, but like I was reckless. And so being a teenager, you think you're invincible to the world, you know. And I did everything from skateboarding, snowboarding, trained with like, MMA style mixed martial arts, fighting. I did kickboxing. Bro, I broke so many bones. Like most days now, I feel like an 80-year-old. Um, I have broken, you know, my ribs. I've broken my nose 3 times. I've broken every single finger. I've broken my tailbone, which
Ouch.
was it that one alone was so bad because you literally couldn't do anything. It's kind of like a rib break, but at least a rib break you can kind of still like sit down, like you can kind of still laugh, but with like a tailbone issue, dude, I no. um I decided to climb an active waterfall once and literally fell 10 feet, okay, smashed my face on a rock, big rock, 5 bones, all my left side of my face, all smashed.
Ouch, man.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, I can't imagine. I broke my first bone actually last year on Christmas Eve. So I always said, I've never broke any bones, and I think I jinxed it after a while, just saying it so much. And yeah, I ended up breaking my ankle in 2 different places, and I was laid up for a while. And my YouTube videos
Mhm.
stopped because I was so limited on everything that I could do.
Mhm.
So it's just crazy. Um, let's see. I have so much in my youth that I can actually share. Well, I guess I'll go with this one. So we had a family friend growing up, and he's like, I guess he wasn't the best influence.
Okay.
Um, so I mean, he was a funny guy. I loved when he came over because it was just company, and I was just that kid who always liked to never be alone and stuff like that. Like I always loved like not really attention, but just like having people like at big gatherings or just like little gatherings, not like the same thing like every weekend. What's up,
Yeah.
again?
What's up, Dagan?
So the one night he goes, "Come on, Chris, let's go to the store." I'm like, "All right, why not?" It was evening, almost dark out, and this we went to Price Chopper, and this was back when like cigarettes weren't locked up; they were on end caps with like the magazines and stuff.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. So I've he's like we go on like the corner of Price Chopper, like we weren't like near the entrance doors, we were around the corner from it. And
Mhm.
he goes, "Hey Chris, go in there and steal 2 packs of cigarettes." And at that point, like I was so young, I didn't know what stealing was. I had no idea. Like he just said, "Go in there and grab 2 packs of cigarettes, put them in your pocket, and come back out here." And I'm like, "Okay." Like I didn't know no better. So
Wow.
I go in there and I'm looking around, like I don't know where the cigarettes are, but they were on like I said, the end cap there. And I had no idea what I was grabbing. Like I just grabbed 2 random packs and put them in my pocket. But before I did that, I saw my school principal in there.
Mhm.
So he's like, "Hi, how you doing?" And soon as like I saw him, I felt like, man, I don't know if I should be doing this. Something feels very wrong about this, but I still did it. I put him in my pocket and I walk out and I hand them to him. And then we go home, and my mom and dad were under the impression that he bought these cigarettes. Maybe it was 4 packs because two were for my parents and 2 were for him. So I ended up stealing 4 packs of cigarettes. I didn't get caught or anything, but it was just like one of those things that like an adult should not be having a kid, steal stuff for them. So it,
You were a klepto at a young age.
yeah, a rebel at that. So yeah, Price Chopper used to on
We're
the end
changing Chris's
caps,
name.
Tara.
Chris the klepto with a beard.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. So moving.
I really like Desert Dusk and Rustic.
Yeah, I seen him drop those scents, but the last thing I got from Weatherbeard was Timber Trail and the collab with J. Cruz called Santa Cruz, I believe. Oil and butter.
Okay.
They're really good. So the next topic is, it's really simple. Favorite animal. It could be anything. Doesn't have to be like mammal or, it could be reptile, anything. Do you have a favorite animal?
I'm a dog dad. Like that's just where my heart and soul is. I'm a dog dad. We have a cat too, but I've always had dogs growing up. That's just kind of where my heart is.
Midnight Cruise. Yeah, that's the one it's called. I don't know what Santa Cruz. I don't know where I got Santa Cruz from.
I know where you got it from, but that's just me.
So you're a dog dad. You don't have like any mystical type creatures or nothing like that?
No reptiles, no bird, no fish, nothing like that. Plus, I don't think with a cat having fish would be a very good idea.
Yeah, I guess not. I can't do Midnight Cruise. Way. You got to launch new scents with the beard.
I have it away. Midnight Cruise is fire. Midnight Cruise. It sounds like one of those like 70s or like 80s songs. You know what I mean? Like it should be turned into like a Miami Vice, like Midnight Cruise type song.
Right, right.
I don't know, just kind of like that like beat.
I'm going otters.
Otters?
Really?
Oh, okay. JP. Enlighten us. That is like the most random animal I think you could have picked. I have one of Totally Solid Colognes. Torrent, absolutely fire. Wicked. Arctic and Ember Nights are my... Okay, yeah. I have... oh, God. I have Rustic Ridge. I have... Orchard Breeze is one I have.
Yeah, Orchard Breeze is her alley.
Otters are cool as hell. I have the Solid Cologne, so good. Turtle for me. Turtle.
So is that so the only solid cologne I actually ever tried and I still have is Poseidon from Luxurious Bastard.
Okay. I actually looked at that one and I was going to purchase that one, but I wound up going with a different one. I don't remember what it is at this very minute. But it was definitely on my list when I was purchasing from Luxurious Bastard, which I haven't done now in quite a while.
That might be enough for the Turtle Club.
Totally enough for the Turtle Club. I don't know. Turtle.
So I mean, my animal is.
I'm out of coffee. I might have to run and.
You got to run and grab some more.
I'm literally like, that is not a pretty sight for me.
Right. I love when a company has a heavy or medium and a lightweight oil. I can't do lightweight oils, so I like the companies that give both options. I know a lot of companies that.
So I know that Honor Initiative, they offer both a lightweight and a heavyweight oil. So I would definitely highly, recommend at least checking that out for that option.
A lot of companies are kind of doing that, giving you that option now. Like they'll have their original blend or they'll have an alpha blend or, they'll have two different blends that you can choose from. So that's kind of cool that, I haven't tried Honor Initiative though.
You're coming across very glitchy on my end. Can anybody tell me whether or not it's on my end, Chris's end, or if there's some sort of issue?
I don't. My beard works well with most blends.
Okay, you're back.
Joshua Rick says he loves heavy castor oils. See, I like thick,
I don't mind them.
but I don't like too thick. I think it's on Chris's side.
Okay.
Spectrum freaking
I think it's on
Wi-Fi.
Chris's side. Freaking Wi-Fi. Should we say like big and Wi-Fi now?
Big and Wi-Fi.
Big and Wi-Fi.
So my favorite animal is a golden eagle. I don't know. It's just something about I like eagles.
That's very specific.
Yeah, it is. It's just I wanted to. I don't know. Like I love eagles in general, but I think the golden eagle just has that. It's like burnt ember tint to its feathers that I just love.
Okay.
A little out of the ordinary.
Hey man, you're good.
So you were talking about mixing scents last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did that all week, or?
No, I do it whenever I'm feeling like I want to get some sort of creativeness, I guess, and just see like what I would think would go good together. You know, sometimes it works, other times you're like, yeah, that probably wasn't a great mixture.
Tara loves bats. I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm gonna pass on the bats. I don't like them.
I think we've all heard enough bat anything for the last like 4 years to move on from that one.
Cows. Yeah, I mean,
cows.
I can see cows.
There was a town in upstate New York that was called Lowville. I don't know if you're familiar with Lowville, but we literally used to call it Cowville because there were more cows in that town than there were people.
Possums are misunderstood. I'll agree with you on that, Dagan. I actually did some informational reading on possums.
Yeah, Nick, you definitely do, man. You have everything in Arizona, which is another reason why I don't miss.
So let me get this straight, Tara. You like bats, but you're afraid of butterflies.
What? I love possum bacon. I used to have a possum phone cover. Ah, Tara. I just read that in Sean William Scott's voice from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Tara. That's funny.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. That threw me off. Butterflies. Is the American bison? That's a good choice. White bisons? I don't think I've ever seen those.
You've never seen a bison?
Not a white one.
Oh, well, I'm talking just like a bison in general. Like
no, I've seen American bisons before. The question, Tara is growing. Yeah.
So I used to work on a farm and we used to have buffalo and bison, right? Well, we had to go in and not only like feed these things, right? But we also had to clean, their entire area. Let me tell you, getting in that, like, it was a huge, I'm talking like field worth of, area, but still like being so close to those things. Oh my God. Bro, like shaking is an understatement. Like these things were enormous. Like I'm talking building almost like enormous. No thanks.
Valhalla is awesome.
Valhalla is awesome. I agree.
We're talking about from Lachu's, right?
Oh, my bad. Haven't had that one. I misinterpreted. Sorry. The question list for Tara is growing. Uh-huh. I agree. I hate spiders, but only certain spiders. I hate all spiders.
What's
They all
up,
need to
Spock
die.
guy?
Die, die, die. What's up, Chris? Welcome in. Glad to offer a wide range of topics for you, Brewer. He said he's redoing the whole Viking series this fall recently. Oh, right on.
Yeah, he redid the Valor custom that we did. He kind of tweaked it a little bit. So since I have the monthly beard balm challenge going on,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, I kind of want to put a challenge out there for you to do to kind of like however long you would decide to do it. It's just something that I had written down. Maybe you can get behind it or try it out, and then like whether we reevaluate next week
What's the challenge?
to kind of like step out of your comfort zone to using products in your beard.
Okay. What, like, what are you talking?
Whether it's just using oils in the morning or
So I did that. We can talk about that.
okay. So how long did you do it for?
For a few days, and the oil itself, there's nothing wrong with using oil. However, throughout the day, I would find that my actual hair, okay, the actual beard hair itself would get dry because it doesn't have what it needs to keep the beard hair soft and having that nutrition for your actual like hair. Your skin is taken care of, but over time during the day, my hair would actually get very dry. And so to me,
Hmm,
just using oil wasn't working for me.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had that happen.
I'm finding that it's kind of different for some people. It just I don't know whether it's what I do for work, whether it's just, I didn't use enough. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I haven't used enough product before. Like, I've never had issues.
Hmm.
I mean,
So
we've been doing this long enough to know. Say again?
how much beard oil are you using?
Probably like a pipette, if not a little bit more than that.
Like in a dropper? Like are you using a full drop, half drop?
Mhm. Full. And sometimes if I feel like I need more, I'll do a little extra.
Huh. Well, I guess
Yep. So it's
using
not like I'm not using enough.
right. I mean, I guess you got to do what works. Well, I guess you can't do
Basically,
beard oil.
the way that I looked at it would be like you went to go take a shower and you only washed your hair.
Mm,
The rest of you is just not, being taken care of.
got
Why? Why? You know what I mean?
right. Hmm. So, what would you think about just doing balm for a week, like oil and balm?
I would say
Could you do?
I don't know because to me, like balm is not for conditioning purposes. Balm is for hold. And so therefore I don't feel as though that is something that you just, skip. It's just not something that your beard is actually needing. It's more or less just for the styling and for the hold of it. It's not like giving the beard like the conditioning that it needs.
Mm.
It's not
Sock,
nice having residue on my phone. It makes call butter butter. That's always there. My phone. I'm a beard toucher. Yeah, so am I, brother. I used a full dropper when my beard was around 6 inches or so, but I have a fairly thick beard. Yeah, that makes two of us. Are you drinking enough water, Kyle? There's water in coffee.
That's a lot different, though.
Am I wrong?
I
I
mean,
feel
it
probably.
does, but I love the new release emails. I prefer. Yeah, water intake does affect the beard. That is for sure. When I drink more water, especially because I'm out there sweating all the time, the water definitely does affect my beard quite a bit. I
Palms are
have
extremely conditioning just to pick the right one. Okay.
what are your thoughts, Dagan, about the balm? Caffeine is a diuretic, so you may be underhydrated. Yeah,
I
you could.
drink water while I'm at work, and so I have a large, like, Yeti thermos that I fill up. I probably drink about 2 to 3 of those during my day.
Yeah, you could use butter at night and oil and balm during the morning. Yeah. So, I mean, you could try what Brewer had said, like for a week, do oil, butter, and balm during the day. So that way you'll still get that conditioning that you feel like you're not going to get.
My thing is I don't have enough balms to go with, the oils and butters that I have just because it's not a product that I use. So therefore, I don't have enough of them to consistently use if I'm going to use different products rather than just like one.
Mm. What's
You
up,
know what I
notable?
mean? What's going
Geez.
on, Evan?
Well, I guess the challenge is kind of, I don't know, unless you got any ideas. You gave yourself.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Dagan got an idea for a video. That's cool. Well, I'm glad we, gave you that
What's
idea.
that?
He said it was too much to
Of
type.
1 cup. 1 cup? No, bro, I have like 1 pop before I go to work.
Oil, butter, and
I
balm
gave
works.
myself an idea. Maybe that entire pot of coffee did some long term. Yeah, nah, don't be mean.
So I don't know. I guess we can come back to that challenge
Okay, sure.
and we'll revisit that. But next topic is how long does your routine take start to finish? And then we'll get into the second part of that question.
Maybe 5 to 6 minutes. But if I'm gonna use like a heated brush per se for any strange reason, if I feel like I'm gonna, put heat on my beard for the day, whatever, maybe an extra 5 minutes just so that way it has time to warm up, and I'm able to, get my beard straightened, then put the, butter in afterwards and before. Um, so usually without that, about 5 to 6 minutes total. But if I'm gonna use heat, maybe 10.
10.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think the ginger beard thing.
I would definitely say mine takes 5 to 10 minutes as well. It used to take a lot longer, like when I first started, because I had no idea what I was really doing, and I was like so busy of trying to
Right.
perfect everything. And that's kind of like the second part of the question: is are you picky on how like your beard has to look, or do you kind of like put the product in, brush, comb, whatever, and then call it?
Pretty much.
You just put it in, comb it, and then let it lay however it's going to lay.
I mean, yeah, I like that my beard moves. I'm not one that's like every, flyaway or hair has to be like absolutely perfect shape, perfect like not moving kind of thing. Like I'm all for my beard being able to just naturally, move however it's supposed to move.
Right. JP says he's picky.
I mean, to each their own. Absolutely.
For me, I used to be like that. I was very, very picky. Like I know what I wanted my beard to do. And when I have like these
Mhm.
flyaways or like throughout the day, like it doesn't look how I took a picture, when I'm trying to post something of like, hey, I got this in my beard. When it didn't look like that, I'm like, oh my God, now I go back home and rebrush my beard or something like that. But I
Sure.
realize like no matter what you put in your beard, whether it's just oil and butter, oil and balm, you're not gonna get every single flyaway no matter what you do. 1, 2,
Nope.
5 years or whatever are gonna do basically what it
Mm,
wants to do. And I think people start trimming and I was like, no, this is not even, and then before you know it, they have nothing on their face because they
mhm,
screwed it up.
mhm,
So me, I've learned to just kind of like distribute the product, comb, brush, do whatever. And then as the day goes
mhm.
on, everything just kind of lays down and does 85% of what I want it to do anyway. So
I have Chicago Come number 8 in my glove compartment. I actually do you do this? Here's a good question for you. If I'm gonna go to work, I'll usually stick like a wooden comb or something in my back pocket with me, so that way in case like during my day my beard just kind of goes all over the place and I wanted to get it back to at least a shape. Do you carry anything with you to just kind of re-comb out, your beard during your day?
honestly, no.
Okay.
Kind of like when I leave the house, I mean, unless it's my day off, like I'll re-go through, seldomly, like it's not every day, like once in a great while, I'll like, touch up a little bit. But honestly, when I leave, I just kind of leave it the way it is until nighttime. And like now that I'm using balm, during the day, I have to wash my beard before I go to bed. I don't
Mhm.
want to keep I don't want to
Absolutely.
keep laying on
The wax.
product, and then it's just,
Yep.
because balm, it's kind of like hair gel almost, because like
Yeah.
you don't want to keep putting product on top because then you're going to clog your pores, you're going to get buildup and all that stuff. So I like to have a fresh start.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah,
kind
you're
of,
gonna have a buildup of wax in your beard, and so therefore it's just gonna, continuously, you know, make that just very hardened and just built up.
it feels like fall here too, Chris. It's rainy, it's disgusting
Not
out,
here yet.
it's cold.
What's up, Nicholas? Welcome in, brother. Yeah, it doesn't feel like fall here yet. It's still like in the 80s. It gets a little bit cooler at night
Yeah,
now, but excuse me, still during like the day, whatever, it's still decently warm.
I can imagine it's still hot as hell in Arizona. Jeez, you're in the desert state.
Bro, in Arizona, like 120 degrees in the shade. Like you're cooking while you're standing there.
It's a balmy 59 here and rainy. I love fall. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love fall too. I mean,
Pun
minus the
intended.
rain, definitely.
Anybody mind if I quickly go get another cup? Would you
Nope,
guys care? I don't want to
nope.
like ditch off really quickly, but I'm sad when I don't have coffee in the mug.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Possibly feature a YouTube partner of ours if we can. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Nicholas? You're still running in shorts and tank tops? Yeah, but you're working up a sweat, so that makes sense. Um, Football weather, yeah. So I actually started watching football a little bit before the stream. Yeah, there he is.
Ta-da!
So since we're on the top, everything,
Football
yeah,
weather
review
here.
for Leatherhead is going to be coming up for sure. I was at Live Bearded headquarters about a year ago, and I confirm it's hot. Yeah. My mom has a friend that lives out there and still out there.
Wait. Say that one more time. I was at Live Beard headquarters about a year ago, and I confirm it's hot and
Yeah.
nice, dude. Yeah, I actually have one of their products that Lee sent me. Pirate Drake. Yar.
Pirate Drake. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yep. I've never tried. Lee wanted to know if I wanted to try it. I said, absolutely. Why not? Send it on over.
I'm not a fan of the butters that they have, but I do like the oils.
So Live Bearded was probably the very first company that I ever even like heard of. And so I absolutely, dove into their old products. I will say their old products to me way better than their rebrand. Just my own personal opinion. Nobody else has to agree with me. That's fine. It's not a company anymore that I really, use hardly ever.
Right.
I have way too many other companies that I truly enjoy more. I like the scents more, the customer service way more. I've gotten to know the owners way better. Live Bearded to me is one of those companies that it's not like a personable type of company. It's not one that I can like reach out to all the time and feel as though I'm going to be able to have that, rapport with and be able to have conversations with. Kind of like how I know I can reach out to Chris and Tara, how I can reach out to Lee, how I can reach out to Evan, how I can reach out to Chris from Sockeye. Like these are just things that I feel as though for me, I really need to be that rapport with that company to kind of feel as though I want to be able to give my business to a company that I can kind of put my stamp on, my passion into, my time into, have that communication. We got a soundboard, just got to speed up our internet somehow. Made me think of, I've never tried BRBC. I see a ton of their stuff being posted on the buy, sell, trade pages. All that often anymore just because their prices became astronomical.
Who?
Is anyone going to snag? Black Rebel. Their prices have just gone through the roof.
Yeah, and that
Snag Chakra.
that deterred me from even.
Yeah. Well, plus they use beef tallow in their butters and their oil. Nothing but like emu oils anymore. It's just not something that I'm like really all about anymore.
Right.
Just hasn't appealed to me enough to try them. Yeah, JP, in all honesty, man, and please don't hate me for saying this to anybody. I wouldn't like steer anyone towards that company hardly anymore. They don't do a whole lot of like differentiation, with their scent profiles. They're very set on like the ones that they have. They're not trying to do like hardly ever, really. It's very like few and far between that they actually do anything new.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone put reorphan timeout.
I feel like Live Bearded's on like the corporate side of things now. They don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't have that small batch feel that I enjoy. Like I'm a small batch guy. I always have been, and I just when a company's like set in their ways and like kind of doesn't really like want to try anything new, like you said. I mean, I have nothing against Live Bearded.
Mm-hmm.
They have good, scents and stuff like that. But it's just for me, it's just not my thing.
Yeah, me either.
But I mean, success. Hopefully they continue to have it for people who, do love their products. But
Yeah, I mean, if it's a company that you like, rock it. I want you to be happy with what you got.
Yeah. I feel similar about brand. I love the barbershop, the YouTube channels, but the actual products. See, I never tried their products. I don't really have any wanting to try their products. But yeah, their YouTube channel is great.
Oh, Live Beardeds?
Yeah, I seen that. Liv Beard is going on Ken Sconson's channel. Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're a huge marketing company, like as far as their advertisements go, but
Yeah.
it's just not something that I enjoy. It's really not.
Yeah.
Nick said, I don't like bird oils most of the time, but I absolutely cannot stand Pedro from Black Rebel. That's an interesting claim. Why? What's up with that, Nick? Our first live will be on our own channel, then Good Respect, and then Ken Shindig. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Old Money Beard Brand was my first beard oil, so I have it on the shelf because it's nostalgic for me. I am not a beard brand fan. It's just not for me. Just being honest.
Yeah. I mean, to each their own. Like if you rock a company, then rock them. But it's kind of like because I shot my video for best beard products of 2023 before we actually went live, and everything that I
Mhm.
had, for products, it's just my opinion. What works in my beard, obviously it's not going to work for everybody. So it's like people like beard octane,
Right.
like that works in your beard. For me, it makes my beard dry. It just doesn't work for my beard. But that doesn't mean they're a bad company.
See, and I used to love Beard Octane. That was one of the companies that I really geared myself towards for a number of years, actually. And I am an affiliate of theirs. Um, but I got to be honest, I haven't used their products now in I don't even know, probably over a year. Well, okay, maybe like 6 months.
Yeah. Beard octane works great for me, JP said. Yeah, I mean, if it works for you, use it. If you disagree, put your disagreements. Like, we don't judge here. Like, if you disagree, you disagree. But I mean, everyone's beard's different. Like, some people
Hmm.
love heavy oils. For me, the heaviest I
Hmm.
like is medium thick. I don't really like, Artist Man is really thick. Um,
I mean, I don't mind a castor oil here and there, but it's not one that I'm really, wanting to use every day.
right.
I'm sure if it was Sriracha Centera would have been all over that. Beard Octane works great for me. Awesome, JP. I'm really glad, man. Yeah, they're product quality. There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. It's just I have found other companies and other products that now my time and my passion are really geared towards other products and companies. We got into an argument, disagreement about something. Some of the oils, some of the stuff that came out of his mouth were horrendous. If someone wants to support him, I don't care, but I won't buy from him based on yeah, absolutely, man. I'm glad that you were able to that.
Yeah. I can't use beard octane.
I do use LCW.
Yeah. I'm with hold on a second. I'm with Bearded Beanie. I would have to reapply their oil multiple times to just have, that moisture factor. And that's just, maybe it's because we personally would need a thicker oil from them, but I don't know. I mean, it's like there's companies that I used to use in the beginning of my beer journey that I haven't touched since because I
Mm-hmm.
found something that does work. So you kind of got to go with what works. So
Mm-hmm. Rick's Nitro is fantastic. The scent profile in that one is blueberry and coffee. And in all honesty, I had never heard of another company doing both blueberry and coffee like combined, and that was really, really enjoyable.
yeah.
Do
So
you
since
do oil only during the day?
since we're on the fall subject, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, what are your
Mhm.
guys' favorite holidays? Like out of those three, like what is your top?
I would say Halloween, um, because I had lived in Massachusetts for about 6 months, and being there in October, bro, it's like a whole other world. Like, you see it through a whole other, like, perspective. People there make it real. Like, I'm talking, like, real, real. Um, and Christmas to me is very, like, marketing again. It's very, like, in your face. It's very, like, spend money, like, you know. And Thanksgiving to me is just like trying to be with family. Um, and it's sad to say, but I haven't been in the same room with my entire family in over 7 years. Yeah, 7 years now. Um, and so it, I don't know. Holidays to me are just another day, really.
Right.
But if I had to pick my top, Halloween, I love the spookiness of things. Later, Lee.
Thanks for stopping
Dark,
in.
dark spirit, dark spirit. There's a light cologne scent. Candyman is medium strong scent. Christmas because it's my birthday. Seriously? Dang it, that's badass, dude. I actually
Yeah.
celebrate my dog's birthday on Christmas just so I don't forget it.
Yeah, my son's birthday is 2 days before Christmas, and my wife's birthday is 5 days after Christmas.
You celebrate them like on different days, or do you just be like, you know what? Let's just get it all out of the way in one.
We kind of do it. Well, I mean, we try different things, and either way, it's not as easy because you feel like there's neglect, for celebrations. But it's hard around that time of year
Sure.
because everyone's strapped for money, and then you got Black Friday, and I mean, if they could
Absolutely.
do tax time the month before Christmas, nobody would have an issue.
I have 3 kids, so Christmas is a big deal in my house. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Talk about
We were talk about Earth and Sky recently. I wore it to work yesterday. I could smell it 12 hours. Oh my
I
god.
have Earth and Sky. It's really good.
Wow, 12 hours though?
Yeah.
I've gone over.
Oh,
Uh-oh. What just happened?
you're misbehaving over there with your
What just
live feed.
happened? I don't know
I'm
what
not
just
sure.
happened.
You just blanked out there.
Sorry, everybody. We're still here though. We're still here. We're good.
For me,
I
I'm a
want an East Coast fall.
yeah. Um,
Halloween is huge with Canada. I can believe that.
yeah, I believe that for sure. I'm a Thanksgiving guy because maybe it's just I like to eat. So it's like it's the one day I can eat however much I want and then watch football.
Mhm.
To the time I ended up passing out on the floor because I've eaten so much and I'm in a food coma. But
Then they're tryptopans.
yeah. And my favorite thing for Thanksgiving is taking the gizzards out, boiling the liver, and eating it.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Let's catch a bees game, Chris. Are you talking the Bruins? Yeah. Boston Garden is awesome. I love the garden. I miss it so much.
Oh, I'm coming over to your house then for that food,
Oh,
anyways.
my family cooks so much food in fall and winter.
Well, since we're also on the Halloween subject, what's your favorite horror movie series?
Oh. And it has to be Halloween related?
Not exactly. It could be like any horror movie type film.
So the problem that I personally have, I'm a paranormal junkie. And so I prefer watching the documentaries on the actual, like, things that happen rather than like the Hollywood made movies, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean that counts. It's a horror movie based. For
I
me,
would
it's
definitely say, go ahead, brother. Sorry.
no. You're good. I think for me, it's really a toss up because I love Chucky. So like
Okay.
that's in the conversation, but I'm also a
Okay.
Freddy Krueger fan.
Okay. So like Friday the 13th and all of that, like Jason.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to go as for my favorite. Like, I am a huge Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, so I think
Okay.
Leatherface is underrated
Okay.
because it is based on a true story of that actually happened with a family who was just completely sociopaths and psychos that they pretty much, instead of like trying to get Leatherface help, they
Mhm.
kind of feed into you know his his actions and stuff like that. So it's like the whole movie, like he's just trying to find people to make a better face, for himself to
Mhm.
put on. So it's just like weird and
If I really had to like choose, I don't like the Hollywood made movies of it, but The Conjuring. So if you actually saw like the real documentary, you know, that was just such a horrendous, story. Having Lorraine and oh god, what was Ed Warren there? Oh my god, dude, the actual like story behind that,
how about the Saw series?
crazy. That and the Amityville Horror.
Yeah,
Fuck, I saw a series. That is Hollywood at its finest. Like that is so like made up and just not realistic. Like for real.
I
I got to a cannibalistic scene in one, turned it off.
I think Saw could be like I think that type of stuff could really happen. Um, but as how sick and twisted they really were, playing with other people's lives, I don't know.
If someone has that much time to do all the things that like the setup for and like really think that out, like wow, the Terrifier horror movies, oh my god, you need to watch Saw again. No, I don't. No.
Oh man. Well, we kind of already hit my weekly update on the Balm journey already, so that's already off the list. It's
Okay.
going good. I don't really, like I said, I don't really want to say too much. Um, but I'm leaning towards, I'm just gonna say I'm leaning towards and just leave it at that. Dude, the one with the
Okay.
so I mean, yeah, I kind of just want to save it for a video, but it's going good. I'll just leave
Okay. Okay.
it.
Do you, man?
Yeah, my boys and I like doing Saw marathons. Yeah, I don't know if I can continuously watch something like that.
I'm just it's not a movie like I enjoy watching. Like it's just so theatrical and so like unrealistic and so like just made up to just be way beyond anything that I personally think is real. Like
Right.
I couldn't necessarily look at that and be like, Yeah, I could see how someone would really be able to do that. No.
And just like how do you get access to like all that machinery and like timers and bombs and it just like
That's what I mean. Like, if someone has that much time and, like, process to do all of that, like, that individual needs to be, like, executed, like, today.
Brewer
How about
said
Hostel?
hostile.
So I will say Hostel, I feel it could be a more realistic, type of scenario than a Saw movie. Because Hostel, I mean, those are real. Hostels are real and they're all across the world. So therefore, I feel like the access would be way more available than anything on like a Saw movie.
I think because there's stuff you can sell your body parts on the black market. So I think
Yep.
hostile. Why wouldn't it be real? I mean, if you could do that type of stuff, why wouldn't you be able to like have a black market website of torture?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, God, there's just so many horror flicks out there, and they just keep getting weirder and darker. Like I don't know if you ever watched Annabelle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and I actually know the real story behind Annabelle, which is why I don't even like really talking about it because it scares the ever living shit out of me.
Yeah, and they literally have a 24-hour security on that doll.
Uh-huh.
Like,
With
no,
good reason.
I'll pass.
With good reason. The same thing with Robert the Doll. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
I don't even like saying the name. Like it's that bad. Not even gonna lie to you. If anybody here knows who Robert the Doll is, no. Nope. No.
No.
Nope. Next subject.
I always mess with my wife all the time, like when we would go into Hot Topic or Spencer's or whatever. And I was like, "Can I get a Chucky doll?" And she goes, "No." I said, "What about Tiffany?" She goes, "No."
JP, did you look him in the eyes? Because apparently, if you look him in the eyes and you say anything that could be misinterpreted the wrong way, it is claimed that a guy went into wherever this object was being held, said something to it. He got on his motorcycle, started to drive away, and got killed instantly on his bike.
Jesus.
That's how serious like that claim is.
I forgot. You know those like budget horror movies that they have out there? Like they're
Absolutely.
not like in theaters; they just kind of come out on DVD or whatever. Um,
It's kind of like Nicolas Cage movies.
there's some good ones out there though. Um, I remember the one called Grave Dancers. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Mm-mm.
No. Well, basically the
Mm-hmm.
plot of the movie is that there's this group of friends and they're in the graveyard and they're drinking and they're dancing on these three um, people that died. They're dancing on their graves. Well, in retrospect, they come to life to basically haunt these people that danced on their graves. But the kicker of it is,
That's so
yeah, it's
disrespectful.
disrespectful for sure. But the kicker of it is they're trying to figure out who these people that died were because they're, showing up in random homes when they're
Mm-hmm.
outside and stuff like that. But these people that died, they're
Mm-hmm.
bad people. So that makes it even worse. The one guy, he was a judge, but like he was, he did things to the youth, and where I'm getting at. So
Mm-hmm.
he was a bad person for that. They had a kid, one of them was a kid, and basically he was a fire starter. So like he burned his family alive from starting a fire. So he, passed away somehow, like doing that type of stuff. And then there was a girl,
Mhm.
but I can't remember what she did. I think she was like, I don't know, in like a psych ward or something.
Mhm.
I forgot how they even like put them back to rest, but the whole movie, man, was just crazy.
Mm. I have a question for the chat.
Yeah.
So, I have a lot of um, normal experiences, and so I want to hear from anybody and everybody that's still in the chat. Would you guys like to see me make a video of my paranormal experiences? I want to hear from you guys.
Are you talking about like a paranormal experience, like you actually doing something, or like just stories of what you saw and things that you've lived?
Things that I have experienced and seen and been through. Hunter says, "Hell yeah." Okay, there's one. Anybody else? I want to hear from. I need to see this. Are the clown? I don't know if that means for me or if like that's
And
a
I think that was before you
thing for
said.
somebody else.
I think that was before you mentioned this.
Okay. Anybody else want to have me make a video? That would be interesting. Okay, so Dagan says that would be interesting. Tara, you being, up in the whole Maine, Massachusetts thing, I'm sure that you guys love the whole scary paranormal thing. So would that be something that you would be interested in seeing? Brewer says yes. Okay, cool. I just want to know if like that kind of a video, Nicholas says nope, would be something that people would want to hear and see. I don't want to make content that people aren't going to actually want to like watch.
Right. I mean, even at that though, you'll get people who are into that stuff.
Sure.
Paranormal experiences. There in the cemetery right next to my dad's property. Want to go out with a camera, EVP.
I actually have an SB7 spirit box, which when we're married in a couple of weeks, we're staying at the Stanley Hotel, which was what The Shining was based off of, and I'm gonna bring that with me, and I'm gonna be, hunting around the hotel at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to get like answers from people.
So are you ever worried about like if something was to happen and like something really go wrong?
I've had it happen.
Like something that you like can't escape?
I don't want to say too much because I now I want to try to make that, but I had a really bad experience in a place that I lived,
Uh,
and so therefore I couldn't get away from it.
and what is that one movie? I think it was Insidious, right? Where they moved, but
I've seen it, yeah.
it followed them no matter what they tried to do.
Beanie, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know because I used to live there, and I know exactly what he's talking about.
I missed that. There are a few spots close to me the Ghost Adventures has gone to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like you remember
They were
Insidious? Like
out.
the Insidious movie plot was like they moved, but it followed them there.
Mm-hmm. It attaches to
Yeah.
people. Luckily, I didn't have that experience. What up, Jake? That's for you, Scuba. Um, but yeah, my dad, twin brother, had a rough childhood. He was visited by multiple shadow figures. Can't talk about them, or they said they'd come back. Well, good luck now. Where Chris and I live are actually haunted places in town. Dope.
Yeah, there's a haunted hotel above the restaurant, and then there's another one. It used to be a restaurant, but it was actually an old
Absolutely.
farmhouse.
I've been to both of those places, Nick. Palace Saloon is cool, and the Jerome Hotel. I really wanted to stay there, but it was pretty expensive, and at that time, I just couldn't afford it. I actually have a picture of me standing in front of the Jerome Hotel. I used to spend every weekend in Jerome.
Right. Yeah.
The funny thing about Jerome, Arizona, is that people are very like superstitious, like very, very superstitious people. And there is a cemetery, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody. And if you walk into a place in Jerome and you try to like ask the shop owner, like, hey, what do you think about it? Or hey, where is it? Because I'm new here, they're like, nope. I'm like, oh, okay. There's some really scary places in New Orleans to see. I've never been to New
Yeah.
Orleans. And yes, I know that there are a ton of places. Um, I've done my research, and so it's definitely on that list. But I have other ones that kind of come before it.
Right. So if you were to go, or at least try to find the place where like Texas Chainsaw Massacre took place, would you be like that guy to go in that area? No,
Absolutely,
because I don't know.
100%.
Like, what I mean, who knows if they still exist or if like something was passed down to like a born, and whatever you want to call it. Someone else was born and bred for that or something. I don't know.
So a lot of places will hold energy. Stone tape theory that like it is just kind of like a residual type of energy that if something happened in that location, it's just going to keep happening on a loop in that area. It could be a house, it could be a dwelling of any kind, it could just be land. Like if something happened, that land, that brick, that mortar, that wood, that whatever, that stone is going to hold that memory.
Right.
Awesome. I think I will make that video at some point and
Yeah.
let people hear my experiences with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Killer.
Um, you got another live stream at 3:30, right?
2:30. So I've got about an hour, a little less than an hour.
Okay. On my end, I do have to wrap up here because I have a birthday party to go to at 4 o'clock, but I want to hit our last two things here.
Let's do it.
So how was the week for you, Kyle?
Wasn't horrible. Wasn't a bad week. Work was pretty busy, but nonetheless, it was okay. Like, there were a few days here and there that there weren't a lot of students on my campus.
Yeah.
And so therefore it's been really nice. It hasn't been like just all out craziness lately. I would say like I've gotten a lot done. We're finally almost a few weeks away now from getting married, and so therefore like had to wrap up a whole list of details yesterday. Um, Yesterday was kind of a busy day, but whatever. But yeah, things are good. Things are moving in the right direction. How about for you, man? How was your week?
A lot better. A
Okay,
lot.
okay,
I knew being in my normal schedule again, things were gonna like calm down a little bit.
sure.
So, yeah, work was, surprisingly easy, to be honest. I had my actual day back. I had to train someone, so I was like riding shotgun the whole day,
I
and I'm
saw
like,
that post.
I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm so used to like doing so much more. So I'm just like sitting there and just kind of like fighting.
Yep.
But then like she was kind of slow, like anyone else, is slow when they first start. So the last 40 stops, I had to kind of like pretty much do it because she wasn't going to finish. So I'm like jogging and got it done in like a half hour. Uh,
Hmm.
the rest of the week was just light, lightweight stuff. Um,
Awesome.
Now it's just like on my days off, it's playing catch up on house stuff, family stuff, YouTube, just putting my ideas and trying to like finagle of my uploads and then, back at it, Wednesday,
Hmm.
definitely a better week for me. And yeah, that's really about it. I'm just glad it was not as hectic as last week. That's for sure.
Right on. Am I
Um,
getting married in Estes Park? Yes, I am getting married in Estes Park.
yeah, I remember, I thought that's what you had said. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I said, I'm surprised, or yeah, excuse me. I was reading the comment.
You're good.
I said, I thought you had said that you were getting married and that's where you were getting married.
Yep. Actually, it's like right across the street from the Stanley Hotel. There is an old like ruins, like a old homestead that was there, and it actually caught on fire, but structure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Brewer said, he's amazed at how many deliveries I do a day, which on a daily basis, it, it
quite a few.
depends. Like I could have 113 stops, but a lot of that is drive time because it's in the country. Or like yesterday, I did 192 stops with almost 300 packages, but
Wow.
it like less stops, more drive time, more stops, less drive time. So yesterday was just bang, bang, bang. I got done at
Right.
5:40. So any
Yep.
shout?
I'm gonna say shout out to everybody in here. Everyone in our bearded community. Chris, Tara, Lee. Brewer invited me to go to a beard convention yesterday, but yesterday was the only day off that she had for us to kind of wrap up some finalized, wedding plans. So I had to take the day in order to do that. Um, just shout out to everybody, man. Like you and I wouldn't be able to, do these live streams, do our videos, and have our channels if it wasn't for everyone that was here for our journeys. Shout out to you, Chris. Just everybody, man. Like there's no individuality right now. I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Yes, for sure. Like every time.
Cheers. I appreciate all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Without the community, and the engagement, the comments, the likes on the videos, it wouldn't be possible. Um,
Yep, wouldn't be worth it.
I have to shout out Lee from EDC this week because and I got to shout out Brewer for giving me that challenge last week, for the balm. It's kind of like giving me motivation and something to kind of look forward to and do on the side rather than from my normal, work schedule and whatnot.
Sure.
But Lee didn't have to, send me a balm and help me out with my, beard balm challenge journey. Like that was just something. And I
Right.
told him, like, I go, really, man? Like, because I was kind of blown away that, the offer got, sent out to me. And then, like, because product isn't cheap, I'm
No.
sure the ingredients and the time it takes to make these products, when a company is gracious enough to send me anything, the
Hmm.
gratitude and appreciation is the charts,
Mhm.
especially when it's out of the blue like that. So I very very much appreciate that. And like I said, him and Kim are just, really good people, just like Chris and Tara and so many other company owners. Um, Especially, the one time when my grandfather had passed, it's still kind of fresh, Voodoo didn't have to agree to make me a custom combo, but he wasn't even doing customs at that point and was willing to go out of his way and send it,
Mhm.
quick.
Mhm.
So just, without these companies and stuff like having decent products, we'd be buying from retail stores and we could be putting silicones and fillers in our beards. And, we got these companies with the natural ingredients and just having that
Definitely.
option. So that's my shout out for the week. But
Freezing up, Chris. There you go.
I pop out here. I got a birthday party to go to.
Okay.
So
No worries.
as always, it's fun chopping it up here on the Shindig and having
Absolutely, bro.
everyone join us.
Well, enjoy
So
your day, man. And everyone, thanks for joining us for another Shindig episode. Wait until next week.
yeah, we'll see y'all next week. We'll have jam-packed topics, and yeah, I am enjoying the challenge. Thanks for setting it out there, Brewer. Thank you, JP.
Absolutely. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.
Have a good weekend. The rest of it.
Later, guys.